What is up, everyone? It's JDog406 coming back for another coin roll hunting video, and today we're getting into another box of pennies. So hopefully we can get something good out of this one. There were no enders, so I'm really hoping at least a couple of wheat pennies come out. But other than that, let's get into this first roll right here. Before we get into that first roll, we are going to overview our mintage and point sheet. Alright, we take that away. Here's our point sheet. And then if we flip this over, we can see our extra Canadian score sheet. And alright, let's get into that first roll. Alright, we're getting into the 41st roll. Alright, we got a Canadian right here with the uncrowned obverse. So let's see what year we can get on this one in 3, 2, 1. Alright, we got a 2003 uncrowned, and there is the crowned obverse and the uncrowned obverse for 2003 in Canada. So let's put this one to the side, and I don't think there's anything else here, so let's move on to the next roll. Alright, we're getting into the 43rd roll. Alright, we have a 1959 Denver right here. Are very, very nice. Let's put this one to the side. Alright, we're getting into the last 3 rolls of the box. Hopefully something interesting can come out of these last 3 rolls. I'm not seeing anything super special here in this third to the last roll, so let's move on to the second to the last. Alright, we're getting into the second to the last roll. Can we pull a wheat penny out of this one before we hit our final roll? Doesn't seem like we're going to be pulling a wheat out, so hopefully in our last and final roll, we can. Alright, we're getting into the last and final roll. Hopefully we can get a wheat penny out of this one. There we go. Right there, 1954 Denver. Actually looking pretty nice with quite a bit of luster still left on it. Definitely like to see coins looking like this. Let's put this one down and continue through. And look at that. We got a second wheat penny on here, 1945 San Francisco. Now both of these are fairly common, but still, 2 wheat pennies in one roll. It was the only roll to have 2 wheats, and here's a third find. We have a 2009 birth and early childhood right here coming out of Denver. Alright, three finds in this roll, so I think that's a pretty good ender roll. Now let's move on to the conclusion. Alright, we're coming down to the conclusion right here, and we're starting off with our 2009s. So we have the birth and early childhood right there, and then we have the professional life and the presidency. We are missing the formative years, so that sucks that we didn't find that one. I will pop up an image of it. And then we come down here. We had 3 1959 Denvers and a 2017 Philadelphia right here, which is the only penny to bear the Philadelphia mint mark, and it was made to commemorate the 225th anniversary of the United States Mint. And then if we come down here, we have a 1958 Denver, last year the wheat penny. We have this really nice 1954 Denver right here. We're going to take a nice little flip and look at the reverse of that. That one definitely looks pretty good. Then we have a 1953 Denver, a 1945 San Francisco, and a 1941 Denver right here, being the oldest wheat penny that we found. And then, if we come up here, we have a 2003 uncrowned right here. And they did make a crowned version and a uncrowned version, but we got the uncrowned. And then we have a 1994 12-sided Canadian penny right here, and the edges are just a little different, as you can see. And they did those from 1982 to 1996. And then we have a 1973 right here. And this is going to be the Tiara obverse. These are actually made of copper. They stopped making their pennies in copper 1981, I believe it was. So, other than that, if we move right over here, we have probably the best finds of the box today. So we have this counter-stamped 1974 Denver right here with Kennedy staring at Lincoln, which I think that's pretty cool. I've never found one of those before, and I definitely like it. Wish it could have been in a little bit better condition. As you can see, the coin's just quite a bit beat up, well circulated, but not as bad as this one right here. So we did actually find a dime in our pennies, but it's pretty well beat up. Actually beat up enough that I don't think I can get a date off of it. So we have a dateless clad dime right here, which is still pretty good. It's worth quite a few points on our board. So other than that, there is one more thing I do want to show you. Alright, so we have some 1970 San Franciscos right here, some 1960 Denvers, and a Philly right there, and a couple of really nice looking ones right here. And let me just flip this one down here at the bottom, and yeah, look at that reverse. Completely uncirculated on this one, but that's not the only important thing going for all of these coins right here. So for the 1970 San Franciscos, we are going to be looking for the small date or the large date, and or the double-dyed obverse. And then with the 1960s, the Philadelphia and Denver, we're going to be looking for the small date and large date. And we could also be looking for the D over D, small date over large date. And then we come right over here to the end. We could be looking at the 1969 double die or the 1972 double dyed obverse. So I'm going to throw all of these coins underneath the microscope and we're going to check them out real quick. Alright, so we have our first 1970 San Francisco up here, and it looks like we're probably going to have the large date low 7, which seems pretty common. So let's put this one down. Then we are going to bring our second one up here, and this one's also going to be looking about the same. Large date low 7. And then we bring this one up. It's also going to be a large date low 7. And we're going to bring this one up, also a large date low 7. Little bit of a bubble going in. Ooh, sorry about the shaking, but little bit of bubble going in right there. Don't think that's going to be worth extra, but just wanted to notice that. Then we have another one right here, which is also going to be the large date low 7. Then we have our final one right here, which is going to be the large date low 7 again. So we did not get the small date high 7. That would be probably between a $20 to $50 coin right there if we did find it. So I will be on the lookout for those, but other than that, alright, so we're going to be taking a first look at our 1960 Philadelphias. And the variety we're going to be looking for in this one is the small date. It'll be the more rare, if you could say. And this one right here looks like it's going to be the large date. The 9 goes slightly above the 1. And if it were the small date, it would go slightly below the 1. So that's all to look for the Philadelphias. And then if we bring up our 60 Denvers right here, we can be looking for the small date and large date and the D over D, small date over large date. And that's probably going to be the most rare right there. And from this one right here, it does not seem like we have the D over D. Let's pull up the other one. Does not seem like it on this one either. And for this one, does not seem like it either. And all of these look like large dates. Then pulling up one of our really nice ones right here. And this one also looks like it's a large date, no D over D. So we get our last one out here and we're pulling it up and it looks like it's a large date, no D over D. So we didn't get any luck on those ones today, but can we get some luck with a 72 double die? Don't think I'm seeing anything there. Pretty sure that's just a bunch of damage going at the top of the 2 right here and at the bottom of it for sure. So let's just put that one back. Then we have a 69. Can we get the double die on this one? It actually looks a little suspicious on the S. It's kind of hard to tell, but I'm not seeing anything else in the numbers to indicate that it would be the 69S double die. So I'm going to say it's a no on that one. So we're going to put that one down. And other than that, that's all I had to show you for little bits of varieties. So let's move on to the score sheet. Before we look at the points that we got on the box today, we are going to overview our score sheet and points sheet again. Alright, we take that. Here's our points sheet. And if we flip that over, we have our extra Canadian score sheet. And alright, if I bring this right up here, we're on Season 2, Box 18 of our pennies. And we found one 2017 Philadelphia for 1 point, 3 2009s for 3 points, 3 1959s for 3 points, 5 wheat pennies over 60 million minted for 10 points, 1 dime for 10 points, 1 uncrowned Canadian for 1 point, 1 crowned Canadian for 2 points, 1 tiara for 3 points, for a total points of 33 points on this box. I'd say that's a fairly decent box right there. So other than that, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Alright, J-Dog out.